Alright guys, so I've been working on this thing and glued it and found a spot where I thought the Tolex was just gouged, but actually somebody dropped this thing or something, or it fell and hit the edge of the cabinet, and it actually split the MDF. And let's see here, so let me flip it up. Right here, there's not supposed to be a seam, and this thing was gapped really far, like pretty wide, and I just thought it was a gouge, you know, because they just abused the crap out of it. But it in fact was a split in the MDF, and it was separated by almost a quarter, 16th of an inch or somewhere around there. And you can look inside of here. I did not get pictures of it, unfortunately, before I started to work on it. But you can see right there where it was separated. So I just got some glue in it while it was all spread apart, and then smacked it with a hammer. I can feel there's some nails in here. I need to get a rubber mallet and try and hit those without them going through the Tolex. Anyway, it's been all glued up there. And what I was thinking of doing with this, now that it's probably dry, you got the front and the back of this thing, and the openings are different. But I was like, oh, I could take the back grill and I could put it in here. No, you can't, because you got these boards here are different. We do have this here. I might try to repair it with some glue. I already tried the other stuff, and it was just nothing but a nightmare. It's weird how they do their cut here and they bring it in. Anyway, they have like one continuous wrap, which is actually kind of clever. So with this one here, I thought, well, I have repaired this. This is such a cheesy ass bunch of shit. So they wrap it on the bottom. They trim it absolutely perfect on the edges, or a little too short in this case. And same thing here. When they could have just tucked it underneath here on the sides and edges and glued it, pulled it tight, you know, so that it didn't have any kind of funkiness to it. But no, they did want to cut it and then hide the edge of it with this trim. So with this in there, it's gonna look like that, and that's how it was. And there was a you know, an emblem here that I took off. But I thought, well, why not use a piece of this stuff that I have laying around and put it here. We just had to cut it. And I think it would look pretty cool. We'll move it almost to right here. There'll be a little gap up here. It won't be too big of a deal. And, you know, it'll look like one of the other amplifiers. Or, you know, whatever. But one of the issues with these is there's metal inserts in here. And they, like, wood puttied them in to hide them. I know one of them's probably pretty well damaged. If you saw the video with the screws, where they're like, you know, wiggly. I think what happened was this thing got dropped really bad. I mean, like really bad. And it damaged the cabinet and those screws at the same time. So anyway, I'm going to have to find 2 new screws for sure for that part. Yeah, so it has like these hidden inside of there, but one of them actually doesn't work right anymore, and it's like it was spinning. Here's their, you can see their Tolex glue letting go right here, whatever they used. But anyway, I'm trying to decide if I should do that or not, or just put it back like it is. I don't plan on selling it, so I sure as hell wouldn't have fucking bought this if I was going to sell it. Just too much work. Anyway, it's not perfect, but it looks a lot better than when I brought it home, and then when I put it all back together, it'll look pretty cool too. But I don't like these kind of designs because they do definitely trap the heat in there. But what they were trying to do is kind of copy a sort of a Marshall look down to the switches and everything. So it kind of goes along with that. And it sounds like a Marshall to me, you know, fairly close. You know, not really good for metal or anything like that. Just kind of rock and roll. But anyway, that's the bugera. That's how far I am with the repairs of the cabinet.